Every time you are rejected from something good, you are redirected to something better. The harder your past was, the more beautiful your future will be. The people who say you can't, and you won't, are usually the ones scared that you will. Remember, some of the best times of your life haven't even happened yet. When you're driving through the darkness, you can only see as far as the headlights shine, but you can make the whole trip that way. The past shows what you've done. The future will show what you learned. It's not hard. It's just new. Life is like a piano. White keys represent happiness and black shows sadness. But as you go through life's journey, remember that the black keys also create music. Don't compare yourself to others. There is no comparison between the moon and the sun. They shine when it is their time. Sometimes, when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried. But actually, you've been planted. Things work out when you least expect them. Life has a funny way of surprising us when we're not looking for it. If you weren't capable, the opportunity would have never come your way. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding. When you get up in the morning, remember what you promised yourself at night. Stop thinking you're doing it all wrong. Your path doesn't look like anybody else's. Because it can't, it shouldn't, and it won't. Once you realize your value, you will be greatly surprised at what you used to settle for. Just because things could have been different doesn't mean they would have been better. Comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your path, not someone else's. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Most of the stuff you worry about never happens. You attract what you are. You want to attract better? Become better. Don't regret the past, 'cause at that moment, you did your best. Don't leave someone to teach them a lesson. Leave because you learned yours. Our anxiety does not come from thinking about the future, but from wanting to control it. Whether it's a machine, a house, or a relationship, maintenance is always cheaper than repairing. Every person in your life is a teacher. Some bring lessons, others teach you what to avoid. You are always one decision away from a totally different life. Life is like an elevator. On your way up, sometimes you have to stop and let some people off. Never say maybe if you want to say no. The ego is not a bad thing. And sometimes we need it in order to achieve our aims and feel vitality. However, the ego is just a tool. We shouldn't let it control us. It is not what you say out of your mouth that determines your life. It's what you whisper to yourself that has the most power. If you went back in time and fixed your past mistakes, you would erase yourself. Recognizing that you are not where you want to be is a starting point to begin changing your life. If people treat you like an option, leave them like a choice. Don't look back. You are not going that way. The hardest part is at the beginning of the journey. The rocket loses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. Today is the oldest you've ever been in your life, and the youngest you'll ever be again. Your future self is watching you through your memories. Someday, when things are okay, you'll look back and feel proud that you didn't give up. If it makes you nervous, you're doing it right. The biggest lie you've told yourself is that you're not ready yet. More important than the ability to pick the right one is the strength to walk away from the wrong one. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Good decisions come from experience. Experience comes from making bad decisions. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Life's challenges are not there to paralyze you, but to help you discover who you are. Stop telling people everything. Most people don't care, and some secretly want you to fail. Hard times may have held you down, but they will not last forever. When all is said and done, you will be increased. The fear you don't confront becomes your limit. The family you create is more important than the family you come from. Close some doors today, not because of pride, incapacity, or arrogance, but simply because they lead you nowhere. If you don't separate yourself from your distractions will separate you from your goals. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. The bad news is, time flies. The good news is, you're the pilot. Lower your expectations. Having high expectations of yourself and of others is a recipe for chronic dissatisfaction in life. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Don't wait to reach your goal to be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself every step you take. If you don't let go of the wrong people, you'll never meet the right people. Not everything in this world should be your problem. Some things are simply none of your business. Focus on the issues that affect you directly. You will be much happier that way. Winners have lost more times than the losers have tried. You don't need more time. You need less distractions. Life becomes easier when you learn to accept the apology you never got. You won't live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. There are two ways to do things, right and again. If you need more than one hand to count your best friends, you're not a great best friend. The single most powerful element of youth is that you don't have the life experiences to know what can't be done. You will look back at your life with much more regret for the things that you didn't do than for the things that you did. Change is never painful. Only resistance to change is painful. Fear is just excitement in need of an attitude adjustment. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. There's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who have a life you don't want. People only saw the decisions you made, not the choices you had. Some things have to end in order for better things to begin. You will remain the same until the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of change. Memories are always special. Sometimes we laugh by remembering the days we cry, and sometimes we cry by remembering the days we laughed. That's life. Why is happiness so elusive? Because you look for it in the future instead of in the present. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. The unhappiest people in this world are those who care the most about what other people think. But failure is not always a mistake. It may simply be the best one can do under the circumstances. The real mistake is to stop trying. Just because you are going through hell right now doesn't mean you will never smile again. Pain is purely temporary. Don't overshare. Privacy is power. A ball doesn't bounce until it hits the bottom. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Trust wisely and not blindly. People want you to succeed, but not more than themselves. Rule your life with your mind, not with your feelings. Every bad decision we have made in life, there was more emotion in it than there was mind. You'll never be sorry for telling someone you love them. Do it before it's too late. Your heart will tell you where to go. Your head will guide you there safely. Use one without the other, and you'll get lost. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the book. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. If people took back the pain they caused you, you'd lose the strength you gained. Most people stay in the same place for a reason. The things they hold dear are the anchors that hold them in place. You can't always have a good day, but you can always face a bad day with a good attitude. Clocks show time, and time shows people. In the end, everything will be okay. If it's not okay, it's not yet the end. There is only one thing more painful than learning from experience, and that is not learning from experience. Adversity introduces a man to himself. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. Your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms. To choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. To choose one's own way. If you can't beat fear, just do it scared. Being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. The pain you've been feeling can't compare to the joy that is coming. Be so focused on watering your own grass that you don't have time to check if someone else is greener. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. The version of you that you are scared to become is the one who's going to save you. It gets easier every day, but you have to do it every day. That's the hardest part. The things we want to forget are so hard to because we need to remember them. You'll be alone in the most difficult times of your life. These times will make you wise, mature, and fearless. Respect yourself, because people can see if you don't. You make the best decisions when in pain because fear of experiencing the same pain again is the strongest motivator. See people for who they are, not who you need them to be. Never jump to conclusions. Be discerning and let people show you their true colors. The people with the worst past can create the best future. Never overlook contempt. When someone views you with contempt and talks to you like you are beneath them, they will likely do you harm, whether relationally, socially, or physically. Remove that person from your life. If you punish the truth, expect to be lied to. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. Bad habits are like a comfortable bed, easy to get into, but hard to get out of. You spend your first 20 years worrying about what people think about you. You spend your next 20 years swearing that you don't care what people think about you. You spend the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. There will always be someone who doesn't see your worth. Don't let it be you. We have 4 problems: overthink, overtrust, overshare, and overlove. Sometimes, the things that break your heart end up fixing your vision. Your past was never a mistake if you learned from it. Once you feel you are avoided by someone, never disturb them again. You have 3 choices in life. You can watch things happen, make things happen, or wonder what the hell happened. You learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. Growth is uncomfortable because you've never been here before. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. Worrying only means you suffer twice. Don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a lot of time making it. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. Speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Don't get bogged down in regrets. No one is perfect. Don't chase happiness, just stay positive, and you will experience joy. Honesty without kindness is brutality. Kindness without honesty is manipulation. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. You train people how to treat you, unconsciously or not. Never attribute to malice that which can be adequately explained by stupidity. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten. Things are only impossible until they are not. Just because you got away with a bad decision doesn't make it a good decision. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. We live longer when we are too busy living. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Every time you lie, you are creating problems that you will have to deal with in the future. A denied expectation hurts more than a denied hope, while a fulfilled hope makes us happier than a fulfilled expectation. The point of the argument is not to defeat each other, but to understand each other. Never compare your life with others. They may seem better than you, but they have some problems which are never ever heard by you. The more people let you down, the easier you'll get back up and realize that life doesn't stop for anyone. Not everyone will make it to your future. Some people are passing through to teach you life lessons. Betrayal never comes from your enemies. Owning your truth can be hard, but not nearly as hard as spending your life running away from it. The walls you build to keep things out are also keeping things in. There are times when you see someone for the last time and don't even realize it. Watch out. You'll never know the true value of the moment until it becomes a memory. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Being lonely and being alone are different things. Overthinking ruins you. It ruins the situation, twists things around, makes you worry about futile questions, and makes everything much worse than it actually is. Just trust your instincts. Gut feelings can sometimes save you from big troubles. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan, and what they have planned for you is not much. Forgiving people in silence and never speaking to them again is a form of self-care. Stop being so available to people who are only there for you when it's convenient for them. There's only one thing more precious than our time, and that's who we spend it on. One day you'll laugh at how much you let this matter. Focus on you. People come and go. Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls your life. If you can find paths without any obstacles, it probably leads nowhere. If you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Do not compete. Choosing comfort over discomfort does not lead to a comfortable life. It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. Problems are the price you pay for progress. Be patient and tough. Someday this pain will be useful to you. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Don't ever let the same people disappoint you twice. You cannot be lonely if you like the person you're alone with. Your wound is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. The things that you consider to be yours own you far more than you own them. We feel guilty when we no longer want to associate with old friends who have not changed, but this is the price and marker of growth. Don't be afraid to do things by yourself. Waiting for other people will cause you to miss out on some wonderful things in life. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with all the facts. If someone is trying to bring you down, they are already below you. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Your life becomes meaningful in precise proportion to the depths of the responsibility you are willing to shoulder. As you improve, you'll find yourself more disappointed with those around you. To avoid this, be hard on yourself, but understanding of others. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Nothing prevents happiness like the memory of happiness. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't happened yet. In any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or step back into safety. The trouble is, if you don't risk anything, you risk more. You can't turn back the clock, but you can wind it up again. One finds limits by pushing them. The past cannot be changed. The future is yet in your power. If you hate starting over, stop quitting. Whatever the mind can think and perceive, it can achieve. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. Adversity has the effect of eliciting talents, which in prosperous circumstances would have lain dormant. If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. All we are is the result of all we have thought. You can't live your life for other people. You've got to do what's right for you, even if it hurts some people you love. The time you kill does not die without avenging itself. Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these: "It might have been." Sometimes the place you are used to is not the place you belong. Letting go means to come to the realization that some people are a part of your history, but not a part of your destiny. We aim above the mark to hit the mark. Sometimes it's a blessing to not get what you want. Never expose your next step. Just take the step. A fish with a closed mouth never gets caught.